A visual way to see how flat interest works on Zomia loans is by looking at the maximum amount paid, or MAP as we call it. And this is in your contract. What we're going to do is review the same example, the $1,000 example. But if you want, you can actually see what the real amounts for you are in your own contract. So if you have your contract in front of you, go to that page. Okay, so this is going to fill up by the time we finish, but let me just show you that. Let me explain sort of what we're looking at here. So the bottom half of the screen will be what the student borrows, and anything in red on the top half will be interest. And this is, we're going to show you what the student's journey looks like with the Zomia loan. So in the freshman year, the first year of university, the student borrows a little bit, and then the next year borrows a little bit more. The next year, third year as a junior, borrows some more. And then finally, in the last year of university as an undergraduate, the student is a senior, and in the fourth year borrows the final amount. So this is it, and that's represented by this line here. So this is the total amount that the student borrowed. Okay, so now the student is a graduate, and the student enters repayment. So in the first year, there is 5% interest. And notice here, while the student was studying, there is no red, it wasn't above the line, there was no interest while the student studied. In the first year, there is 5%. And this middle bar here, the reason why this whole section is cut in half is because there was no payments due in these first 6 months. And that is because that is the grace period. So after the grace period, the student, let's say, enters repayment. And then in the second year, there's another 5%. In the third year, another 5%. Year 4, 5%. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up until year 12. Now, something happens at year 12. If you recall in the last video, there is no more interest after the 12th year. So this now becomes flat. And really the reason for this is if you are still repaying your loan after 12 years, we thought it wasn't fair to continue to charge you interest because it means you still have a very big loan with us. And so after 12 years of making payments, there's no more interest and you just focus on paying down your loan. And so you can see here that you're 13, 14, 15, all the way until the maximum amount of our contract limit, which is 20 years, it does not go up. There's no more interest. So this is the map. I hope this helps you understand a little bit more about how flat interest works. On the $1,000 loan, you can see this 5% is actually $50. So this would be $50 a year, $50 a year, $50 a year, and $50 a year, like that. If you want to see what the amount is for your actual contract, just go to this section, the section 16 of the loan contract, and you can see how much in interest you would be paying based on what you borrowed and when the repayments would start.